Hi guys, this is Diana Innes here doing your Zodiac read for Virgo. Today is a 58 Puppet Master Day, which is turn your lead into gold. The lightweights are 13s, which are going to give you transformation. 44 will give you the hummingbird, which is a window of opportunity for Virgos right now, and every other sign, may I hasten to add. But we are specifically working on Virgos right now. And the energy is as above, so below. We are dealing with the 8. So this is all about philanthropy energy. I have already, my Virgos, shuffled these cards and transmuted the energy. Most of you know how I go. If you wish to have a continuum of your frequency, I will take photos to recalibrate if you were to get a hold of me per se, and to continue off the read. So you do know how I work, like I said, and it should be timeless. I don't see why not, because we're in the now. And if it doesn't, wipe your mouth and walk away. So for my Virgos today, it's the 4th of the 12th, 2022. So this is about your foundation maybe changing with this window of opportunity. The transformations are coming in. Virgo is moving quietly forwards with Venus, in fact. So it may be about not forcing any answers. We're going to find out with the cards. Taking your time. There's needs for boundaries, and facing the truth with others today may be the thing. Who you portray on the inside is who they see on the outside. And standing in your truth, because your life is your reality and it's your way. If Virgos need any form of fasting, I can tell you tomorrow is a Kadashi day. And that is if you want to do a body cleanse. So here we are with your mind, your past, your action, your outcome, your boundaries. All of these things on line 1. And the reason for it is the overview. So for my Virgos, show me what you got. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but so help you guys. See, this is the baby right here. This is where we're coming from. So 1, being your energy in your mind, how that works, how you perceive your reality, what you've been procuring to now as you move forward. Here we have perseverance. Now, I don't do these cards upside down, but this is the Emperor here, guys, in Tarot. And does the Emperor have any clothes on? 4 is your foundation. So this is all about perseverance. Whatever it is you're doing, you're persevering the way, and have been for some time. Whether you're recreating a better version of yourself for the greater good, this is about how you see yourself and how you perceive that. Because I feel for many Virgos, following the path of least resistance is very difficult. So, being a full house, if this was in the Zodiac, it would be Cancer. So, I'd say the emotions here are playing with you. And it's about how you feel. You can still hold your own. This feeling I've had since my Virgo friend texted me this morning. And this is what's coming to the table. So being that it's a 1, it's leading the way. This is your past, your boundaries, and your mind. Your action is coming in here with 48, which is financial discipline. Your foundation is using copious amounts of energy, the strength card. This is all about calming your storm and softening your gaze in your action, because the financial discipline that you're needing around this situation. Now, I did say there was a 44 opportunity here, like a second wind of being able to see something differently. If I take that off of that, I'm going to get 44, which is going to give me the transcendental hummingbird, which is also going to then lean towards the essence of an 8, which is as above, so below. So paying attention to this, I feel, could be quite helpful. The next card coming in here is relationship change. Now, this is a 56 number. Yesterday was 57. It was all about teaching and learning. This is about your relationships changing as an outcome. And maybe this does invoke your boundaries and your emotions and how you perceive yourself moving forwards. And the reason I think that's coming up for you very strong is 16. Now, 16 is the Tower. So I could say that was upside down, but when it comes to numbers, they don't lie. So if 16 is the tower, you're leading the way to master, and that means removal of obstacles, because that's what 7s do. And this is all about self-love. So you may have moved away for some painful areas that you're now maybe trying to move back into. Maybe there's old programming and people, acquaintances and things that you're going back into that's invoking whether or not you identify with them anymore. This is truly about how you perceive yourself, because this is your life. So I'm going to put those down, and we're going to jump into Gaia. Trusty Gaia, show me what I need to know. Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. This is really about using all of your intuition here, guys. This is the Queen of Wands. There's your 35 here, and 3 and 5 is 8. Again, we have the Strength card with knowledge. This woman here upside down can be an absolute horror. But at the end of the day, this is all about you using all of that knowledge, honesty and wit. And this is about how you control what people think and say, and how much you let that permeate the flesh. Because you can see there's been removal of obstacles here that have been quite challenging. Now, I don't know where that just came from, but that was messages coming forward there with another 8. So, let's jump in. Show me what I need to know, guys. We're now going into the 2. This is Pythagoras spitting on the ground. This is choices and duality coming over perseverance. Why perseverance? Why have you had to work so hard in this area? Why have you persevered so much? Only you Virgos know this. But at the end of the day, you do scrutinize, you do investigate, and sometimes it can be at our detriment. But I feel what you're doing here is moving away. Things are going to calm down for most signs as we move towards Neptune, Mercury, and Venus. So let's jump in. Why perseverance for my Virgos? Because it's there. Here we go. I'm feeling it. I used to slam really hard with these cards. I normally go through them every 3 months, so let's see how well we can behave. Now, obviously, this card is a hanged man. This is the 12 births here. And Neptune is your water. This is about how you come off the cross, how you see this situation. There's things that you're needing perseverance for, because you're going through that 12 rebirth. And this is the 12 tribes of Judah. These 12s are in planets. The 12ness is everywhere. The endocrine system, everything is in 12ness here. And that will give you a 3, which is the Empress, the right-hand brain. So whatever it is you've been doing is about you coming off the cross, releasing yourself from this so you can walk away. But this literally is a very good card to have, because it's a choice that you now have. It's absolutely a choice that you have. And again, this 12 is almost like a completion of something. When you complete things, they're mostly done in 12s, although we know 10 is completion. So let's continue. Now we have the King of Wands here. I just showed you the Queen. This is about in your action. This is a fireful energy that's a creative force. This is about using your initiative and your insights. Now, it's in a good position here because this is the action you take as a choice. It's about trusting your vision, trusting your inner wisdom, trusting who you are. Because here is where the power is. The king rules the empire really well. This is a very earthy card, knowledgeable card, very smart card. So whatever this is in your action and the financial discipline that you're trying to move around this is quite important. This would also be a 14 because 13 would be the queen. This is the 12. So you would only have 2 numbers between this, which would be esoteric knowledge, hidden, because the 2 is the high priestess. So as we go into the outcome, here's the harvest card here. This is faith with no work is dead. Now, guys, seriously, you have 2 7s now. 2 7s is 14 and 14 is temperance. There is your balance, having equilibrium here. And this is over what's changing in your life. I think you've had to be brave to trust in your instincts here to reap the rewards. I think there may be actions that you've done, choices that you've made, and you've had to step up here because you've actually broke through an awful lot of information. And I'm just going to go to the bottom of that pack of numerology to find out why. You've had to be very, very physical here because it's 67 and this is physical energy with number, mastering to remove obstacles. And we could easily take that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, there's a transformation, the 13 death, the transformation card. I just get excited, guys, by the way, as you know. But this is about transforming, removing what is not. And this is why there's a need to come off of some situation here, which you may have held onto. And the stillness of your emotions was still trying to work things out. But here you have this creative force with the king. And here is where you measure correctly, make investments, trust in your intuition. This is all about your situations and patience, because these are all the things here, look, that you've manifested, and yet you're still working. The harvest isn't over. So there's still things to be done and obstacles to be removed. And the reason for it was the emotional imbalance here, because this is the king. And this is people relied on your judgment. You didn't want to let people down, but it's about time you loved yourself. Everyone's take, and they do it quite easily from you. And that's all my Virgos out there, by the way. So, beautiful card, use your authority, emotionally balanced. And you had to give yourself that love. If we move it into the present tense, this is where you've really had to move forward. And the next card underneath this was healing, 66. This is dysprosia, rare food of the gods, which would then give you a 12. And that 12 will take you straight there to the Hanged Man, which will then take itself to the single digit of 3, which is the Trinity. This is about the divine feminine. Cast thy net to the right. Your moral compass, your north node, your truth. And if this displays your frequencies of where you need to physically be active, here they are. So I'm going to shuffle the pack again, and we're going to jump in to the last layer of these, and then I'll go into some channel cards. I'm breaking into this. Most of you guys do know how I work, and we'll see how this plays out on YouTube. Right, here we go. Here she goes. She's banging again. So, as we move forward, here we have it. This is where you can overindulge with wishful thinking, making sure that what you actually want to achieve, and there's another 7, guys. There's some kind of transformation here, because 3 7s are 21. This is going to give you the world card, the 4 faces of God. This is where you need to make emotionally a choice on what you really want, and overindulging into other people's realities are not helping you collapse into your own with a new informed field. So, and the reason is here, guys, you need to watch out for this spiritual poverty here, because this is something I think you've been working on, and these challenges that are manifesting, you need to physically take action of. But again, slowly catch the monkey, calm your storm and soften your gaze. This is why maybe there needs to be boundaries, because the king can be quite an knowledgeable, intuitive punk. So as we come through this, why is this? The outcome here is transitions here. This is your reality. This could be people with addictions. This could be anywhere you've been that hasn't stood its test of time, because we can't always say the devil made me do it. This is about changing and how well you can move that, because now you've got the 5 there, which is manifesting, busiest number on the calculator. Look at these here, both together. And this is a 15. 1 and 5 is 6 to master. This is removing something here that's no longer at your highest interest. So, and the reason for it is the tower, you see. There's that 1 and 6, that's 16. That is the tower. That is a sudden belief system. This was, you had to judge or remove or adjust to this frequency to be able to deal with self-worth here, because the 61 is the heavyweight. And here is the 16. You see, it's palindromic. It's an isometric time wave here. So it's some kind of time loop that's been throwing you backwards and forwards. This is about you. Let's not fluff around here and make the right decision. I'm going to jump into a channeled card because the 16's gone to the 16. Whenever I see the numbers duplicate, I'm aware that that is how far I can go with the time frame that I've allowed. That's why I say if you really want an in-depth reading, you can contact me on my page and we'll go from there, because they're very private and very personal. So, show me what I need to know with clear crystal clarity, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but so help you guys. So these are channeled and they're quite clunky. Sometimes I prefer them. Now you see the last card in that deck, if I am to jump past that 2 here, was the Sun, you see. So we know there's copious amounts of energy to be had, because 19 will give you 9 and 1, which is 10, which is completion. So therefore this is using copious amounts of energy, but the fluffing around, making a choice. So, and it's a good card actually. But here we have the Strength card, you see. So now that 8 is that energy, and you need to use it correctly. And it is the rarest form of power, a good card if overcoming ills, facing problems head on. Perseverance and willpower here. Responsibility and having self-control to be able to control your emotions, Virgos. They don't get out of hand. They mustn't, because this is Leo saying be patient with your pursuits, which is what you had with the harvesting. You're waiting. So you're waiting for this, I think, to start off. So let me carry on anyway. The Wheel of Fortune, you see the 12th card. It's residing with the Hanged Man. Good beginning foretold of events to be positive. But it means take control and influence with care. Change what came, only by learning not to agonize over them. Changes are all around, which are for your personal growth. It's a yes in Jupiter. Jupiter, Thor, the Godhead. So this is a very good card to be had here. The next one I'm going to give you here, and we'll use these as an abridgment, I feel. And here you're coming in with spiritual poverty. This is challenges that have manifested here. And this is in the creation of 3. So I think this is why things are still being dealt to. And this is why you're needing patience. Is it thy will or my will? You are not the mind. Cutting through beliefs, the cocoon, the butterfly, the transformation. Through letting go. Choose. Herein lies the answer. Into the out of. Change is going to come. And the reason for it, guys, is the Hermit. Do you really have enough time to be able to do thy will? I think is what I'd be saying here. Remove yourself from the rat race. Search within, introspective. Review your life, self-awareness. Nothing can stand in your way. Time to slow down and go within. Are you getting this message here, guys? I mean, seriously? This is constantly telling you to be patient. Persevere, wait. Time to slow down and go within. The person to help you is you. And it's a soul searching in Virgo, which is the Hermit, guys. 9 is the Hermit. As within, you know, so without, as above, so below. This one, this is everything about your sign. So it's very powerful for you guys that you go within. You really do have that time to immerse into yourself so you can hear your truth. Because I think there's a lot of white noise around you that actually doesn't resonate, and you're around people that are not having your best interest at heart. That is something I do see for the Hermit to be right here. So I'm now going to jump into the animal totem, guys. I'm going to give you the opening doorway. I'm just going to cut. Oh, look at this. There is the 44, the hummingbird, a window of opportunity. And now look, I've got this one here, so I'm going from this one here. Oh, let's just shuffle this and see where the root is, because faith with no work is dead. So let's shuffle in the root, the tree. Let's see what is going to be revealed here in your past. The reason for my Virgos. Bring it in. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but so help you guys. So, my Virgos, what have you got? And I'm going to take from the top. Here we go. Now you have the owl. You see, and again, this is the 12 card. Now, I've told this to many people before. 12, 21 and 3 is like a wild card, because they can all manifest to a 3. And yet one has a totally different story to the other. The Empress is used the right-hand brain. 21 being the World card here. This is about how you change your reality. And that is the Owl, when we know what the Owl means here. So, and that 3 and the 12 is the Hangman. But they can manifest and change, and the World card would dictate that, because you're changing your perception and your reality. So the doorway here is 44. And I trust this explicitly because this is only paper. I am the conduit, and I've worked very hard to attain this information. So let's see what we've got. Let's move away from the spider. Hummingbird, joyful little sister, nectar you crave, all of the sweetness of the flowers is the love you gave. This is about your joy. So here I'm going to jump straight into where it has momentum. Hummingbird holds the bow of beauty, which is delicately inlaid with gold and silver, pearls and precious jewels. Hummingbird disdain ugliness or harshness and quickly flies away from discord or harmony. If Hummingbird has flown into your cards, get ready to launch musically and enjoy Creator's many gifts. Drop your judgmental attitude and relax. Hummingbird will no doubt give you a flash of spirit darting here and there. Hummingbird hears celestial music and is in harmony with the hummingbird, which may invite you to art museums or concerts, energetically embracing the highest aesthetics. Never be coarse in front of a hummingbird, for this is a fragile medicine, which may have no understanding of worldly affairs. Beauty is the target, and the hummingbird mission is to spread the joy or be destroyed. The hummingbird quickly dies if caught or imprisoned. Follow Sister Hummingbird and you will soon be filled with the paroxysms of joy and experience a renewal of the magic of living. So this window of opportunity is needing copious amounts of your strength here. But you can only act when you are absolutely ready. So be patient with yourself. And I'm going to jump into that 21. And after that, I will call this done. So here we go. Right, deception, you see. So I think there's been some tomfoolery here in the way that you've delivered information forward to date. The Owl Magic Omen, time and space, does the truth emerge, casting out deception, silent flight of the sacred medicine bird. Now we all know about Athena and things like that. If not, I'm sure you'll find out about Athena. But if you have pulled the Owl card, you're being asked to use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Owl is befriending you and aiding you in seeing the dreams or meditations. Pay attention to the signs and symbols and omens. The truth always brings further enlightenment. I honestly feel there's been some kind of deception here, because you have played with a lot of sevens, and the only one that hasn't stepped forward is the swords. And I can see here that your reality and everything that has been around you has shown itself. And this is why now you're trying to stand in your truth, which means to be sovereign. This is to take the dents out of your identity, because your world is changing here and you're trying to be the best version of yourself. So, thy will or my will. Cutting through beliefs, and there's the Tower, sudden change. This is what happened here. And you've had to take control over this situation. And you had to become more physical and more daring, I think, than you really wanted to. But again, the Wheel of Fortune here. So this is good beginnings here for personal growth. But this is about learning not to agonize over the truths and just stand in yours. And on that note, Paul Ram.